come into my shop and guess what I found? The instigator of all of this problems.
Hey, the instigator, you asked me, I told you. I ended up talking him.
He's been playing with it for a little while I've been gone. And he's come to the conclusion it don't work.
It did. Not totally dead. The output's dead.
We can't hear you very well.
No voltage on the output.
Well, I sent a email to Everlast explaining my problem, and I got back a reply that I just didn't expect at all. I'd never heard of it happening like this. Have you? I got an email back that said, please make these measurements and report back. And it sent me 2 pages of pictures and instructions on points to pick off the voltages of. Now,
Whereas we are capable of doing it, they're assuming a lot.
they're assuming a hell of a lot. And that's what kind of surprised me. They have given me, by sending this, permission to open up this box and see what's wrong with it and how it's built. So I've never heard of a company doing that. They made something simple, but we're going into the guts of this thing. And this diagram and everything that they show me is not even the panel on this one. So I don't even know if the rest of these points are in there. To top that off, I don't know if you have to go in through here or take the whole outer case
You gotta
off.
take all of this off. This off.
See, you put the handles on, now you wish you hadn't done.
That's just 4
You
screws.
broke it when you put the handles
Just
on.
4 screws.
Well, start unscrewing. There's your screwdriver right there on the right, on the table.
We probably gotta take this whole back piece off and this whole front piece off.
Well, guess we're going to have to find out. You guys ever heard of a company doing that?
No.
They have no clue who I am. I paid full retail for this sucker. I didn't tell them who I was.
Because they figure you screw it up, they just sent you a new one. Which you're gonna have to do anyway.
You think?
Yeah.
Talk louder so
The
that.
liability part is if you stick your hands in there, you know what you're doing, and you get yourself shocked there.
Yeah. You know what you're doing?
Yes.
I think I'll scoot over here just in case. The smell of fried dawn in the morning.
In the 70s and 80s, I had my hands in more computer, electronic boxes. Matter of fact, one time I was inside of a tape drive, had my head in there, and the stupid electrician was laying some conduit, and he shot one of those. Right when I touched the terminal, he
Shot one of the ram sets.
I like to kill myself, get my head out of that thing.
That explains a
Killed
lot.
him when I found out he did it.
I had one of the first Ramset guns. We were building some new offices over at Bison Lumber in Houston back then. And I'll be darned if it was great fun watching the guys in the sales office every time I pulled that trigger.
That's an Allen wrench.
You need an Allen wrench? Is it a metric Allen wrench?
You want me to guess? Yes.
Okay.
Being this comes from China, I would tend to think maybe. I mean, they don't even tell you how to take it apart, right?
What?
They don't even tell you how to take it apart, right?
I don't know. I was going to take off this faceplate first. Here, these are all my
Is that what
nice.
they're telling you to do?
They don't tell you anything. Period. There are no.
I don't think I did that. I think I did tell them, you know what, I need a new one or give my money back.
But then we wouldn't have any fun, Don.
True.
I'll show you better pictures of this, but this is the instructions and test locations of what I'm supposed to find in there. And the very, very first thing it tells you to do is put it in stick mode and see if you have any power, see if you got spark, which
We did.
Don did that.
No spark. No sparky.
He probably even licked the electrode.
No
One
spark.
of them, this is one of them don't do what we do.
No sparky darky.
I tell you what, I'm really glad they sent me these pictures and told me to do this.
Otherwise you can.
Don says I should just send it back to him and say, give me my money back.
No, send me a new one and give
Send me a new one or give me my money back, okay?
If it was mine.
If it's something simple, I'd rather fix it myself, because in a couple of years, when the warranty's out on this thing, I'll know what's
It's something you
happening.
want to lay on there. I gotta lay it over. You got a piece of
gotta
cardboard
lay
or
it
something.
over?
I don't want to scratch it all up.
Okay, so hold on.
Cardboard or something.
All kinds of stuff. Oh, you haven't seen the new space book, have you? This is the box that it came in. I'll show you guys too. It's a pretty big picture. So the launch facilities at Boca Chica. I'll tell you what. Why don't you slide this under it and I pick it up? You took all the handles off. How do you expect me to pick it up now?
I'm just gonna lay it over. You try to pick it up.
My next project laying there.
Sure that.
You guys see? See what now?
I'm sure if they take at least the back when they take these two off.
I think you have to take them all off because it goes. This panel goes up underneath here.
I just don't know if I can take the back off and then slide this back.
Are you sure that board isn't right here? Of course, the wires go in here. We need to look at it.
I'm thinking if I take this off and unscrew these, this might slide back.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, let's look here.
Phillips do that right
It's
there.
tested by WJM 517023.
So much for him.
Inspected by 1XO 5172023. Did you plug it in first?
It did get banged around in shipment, no doubt. So
The box looked pristine.
It doesn't mean they didn't throw it.
The other day, I needed it on the job. Had to stick weld a bunch of thin stuff, and that's no fun out in the wind. Gotta wall that door. No, I can't. That's my early warning system. Lets me know when my wife is arriving. not coming out?
That little screw, I mean, it's out, but I can get it. It's not falling out. It's unscrewed, it's not falling out. The other one fell out. There's all kind of screws in this thing.
Here, stick this magnet on your screwdriver.
There's all kind of screws in this thing.
Yeah, if those hold that to get, oh, they're there. They don't want it falling apart. Here's your magnet if you need to. It's one of them ones that'll break your finger. Now, I've been all through this, and it says check to make sure that the spool gun's not selected.
Yeah, I did that already.
Well, I can't find a place that it should be selected in the first place. Who's doing that?
One out here in the corner. There it goes.
Got it?
We probably have, I don't know how much slack we got here. Let's see what
Doesn't have anything on it. It's just a cover.
the cover. Good.
That's a cover, yay.
I'm thinking that wasn't connected to anything except right here.
Okay.
And the bottom. So this is not connected to anything like that. So let's see if we can do that.
There's a board right in there. I don't know which, there's another one down here too.
Yeah.
Have lots of boards.
Yeah. Nut driver would probably be better.
Well, what size is it? I don't have metric nut drivers. I'm not sure why this camera's doing the flickering. Probably made in China too.
Yeah.
Now, we confirmed that it didn't have spark when we put the just stick welder attached to it.
Make sure it was selected.
It says start by switching machine into stick mode and confirm the unit is displaying an output voltage and can create an arc. It can't. It does a voltage, but it's very low voltage and it doesn't spark at all. Check the displayed value by measuring the DC voltage on the POS and NEG, the positive and negative DINs connectors on the front of the machine. We didn't do that.
What's that?
We didn't check the voltage, but hell, it didn't have any voltage. It would have sparked. There you go. Oh boy.
We're in.
We're in parts of it. There's the board I was thinking maybe they were talking about. We'll have to look. See loose wires?
So I'm looking for it.
Careful, don't get shocked.
I'm sure the capacitor tank in here somewhere. This is all the
Hands in the way, Don.
Oh, see,
They've got
they
every-
forgot this connector.
Don. Probably did. They've got everything sealed. All the connectors are sealed to where
No, it's well
they
made.
won't come out.
It looks like it's
You
well
like
made.
this?
Yeah, it looks like it's well made. Where does the electronics go?
Okay, which way does that go? Okay. That one right there only goes to the negative. Then that line there goes around. So how does it switch its current? These two connectors right here are the plus and minus connectors to switch it to negative for flux core.
Switches it with the selector. Electronic.
This is,
You just plug it in differently if you want it right here. If you want to switch provider, you swap your two.
okay, I get it. The wire that's on the other side, those connectors are what feed it out here to the MIG circuit.
I mean, they've even got the connectors, you know.
Yeah,
each
they're sealed,
sealed in.
so they can't come loose.
Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of impressed with the electronic part of it. I mean, as far as the quality of the boards and everything, the way they sealed it. Those are your switching transistors.
Well, I don't see anything that's loose
I don't see anything that's burned either.
or burnt. Don't smell bad.
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing like normal electronic smell. I mean, follow the directions.
First, we have to find this board.
Well,
Okay.
didn't you say we have? They want. Let's start from the beginning, just to recap.
Okay.
Just to recap.
Okay, come back to the front then.
Turning on. Okay, let's just do port or whatever. What does it say?
Okay, very first thing, start by switching the machine in stick mode and confirming the unit is displaying an output voltage. And that's how you change things to stick.
That's gas mode. So we got gas MIG. Gas MIG.
Torch. Clarity and work. Gas MIG.
That's DC electrode. Is that stick? Yeah, there's your electrode. It's like your thickness.
This is power set up there on the. Okay. It's got a couple caps on that board.
J7 and J9.
There's caps on this board, but I don't see any connectors.
J7 and J9. That's J19.
I don't see any caps on the back of that board.
This one has J's on it. You can tell.
Your boobie's going to touch that, and you're going to be lopsided.
Yeah, well, it'll be the first time.
We'll have to send you in for a full sex change. Make you look
That's
normal.
J1. J10. I've seen no J4. So you gotta be a damn Chinese person to see that small. Is that a magnifying glass?
Do I have a magnifying glass?
Oh, there's J7.
Where?
It's right here, I think. You say J7 right there?
I can't see, your fat fingers in the way.
Right there in the corner.
It says J7. It's got a red and 2 grays. And J7 has a red and 2 grays, but it's not looking like anything like those two.
That's a different board.
It's
That's
totally
for a
different
model.
board.
That's for a different model. But J7 may do the same thing. What does it say to check for?
J7 and J9 should be the far outside pins of the red and the gray. So now we got to break that seal to get it open.
No, you just stick something in the back.
Hey, I've got some special things. Hold on. Contact.
This is not the exact same board. The best I can get.
That's AC. We want DC.
Yeah.
12 volts.
That's probably close enough. Alright. So now you want to unplug J19. That's that one right there, isn't it?
Yep, turned off.
That's make sure the spool gun isn't.
We get a razor blade and kind of scrape some of that coating.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing, Don?
Working.
You haven't been over here helping me.
I'm working every day. Working.
It's okay, you can tell me, Don. Your boss doesn't watch this channel.
Day. You've been working every day too. What are you talking about? You ain't been here every day.
I've been trying.
Still plugged in now, so let me unplug.
Unplug me. Oh, this was a trap, right?
It was an IQ test you felt.
An IQ test. You're supposed to be protecting me. It's a good idea until you have to start taking things apart.
You have a lock on there?
I think so, but it's all glued down.
The clip has a lock on it.
Yeah, it does. It should, but it's all
Break
glued.
it.
Here, you hold this like this. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's glued to this top part. I can't tell. Doesn't look like it.
It might be kind of what it is because the relay is clicking. And if it was hooked to the spool gun, but the relay clicked, it would depend on the spool gun output.
I got it out. Yay. All right,
Let's see what it says now.
let's plug it back in.
What does it say? Make sure your pre-flow time is set to minimum. We're not using that. I think you just try it out.
Okay, plug it in. Turn it on.
You're not getting voltage on here, and that's surprising.
Turn it off for a minute.
See, it's still on 0.6 volts.
Okay, turn it off for a minute. Be on
According
flux
to
core.
the test, though.
We'll put it on flux core.
A MIG.
Flux core.
Gaseous flux core.
Gasless, so
That
it
should
shouldn't do
matter.
anything in there.
You got 12 volts now. You had that before?
I have not had that before. Click it. Nothing's working.
relay's clicking. It's not working. No. Nope. That's it. Center back.
Change, you can go up in your voltage and everything in your inch per minute. You got crap. Okay.
In manual, you can also set the automatic, right? I mean, the relays are clicking. Yeah, I think it doesn't have any output voltage. So, send her back. We try. I don't see anything obvious. You know, I'll pull in this board off. I don't want to do that.
Well, it's also got another board. Now we've gone through, let's go through the full procedure, give them a fair shot at it.
This is named the same board that you got.
Well, let's look at it and see the back, see what it says. I'm gonna plug this one back in.
It doesn't match up.
Well, it's the back side.
And I'm looking at the back side of the board and it doesn't match up.
Testing the MIG drive area.
They didn't give you the right board. They didn't give you the right machine. That's not even your machine.
Well, so far we found all the contacts
Well,
it
because
was.
that's probably similar to every machine.
That's why they sent it to us. Standard MIG mode.
But that I don't see anywhere.
Well, there's a couple wires like that.
It'd be down here in the corner. It'd be down here in the
We
corner.
need to turn it like this.
No, because there's nothing there. There's a spot for wire, but there's no wire there. It's either there or there.
This is this section right here, Don.
It's this way, yeah. There's the two bottom. There's the two bottom plugs right here. There's the two bottom. There's the two bottom plugs right here.
Yeah, that matches with this picture.
Yeah.
So now we need to put it into standard mode. See, it's there. We just have to look harder. Okay, the positive lead goes on to 1, which personally I can't tell if it's FO or 10.
Let's try them both. We can get the both if we need one.
And then the negative lead goes to number 2, which is the third down on
Yeah, it's a little different.
this one.
A little different. 1, 2, 3.
No, it's the same. Not over here.
Oh,
here.
there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The negative, positive goes on 1, negative goes on the third one down. 1, 2, 3. And I don't know if it's this one. Well, shit, get your hands off the meter, Steve.
I have to move your hand if you want to see.
We don't have enough. We need helpers. Big, lot of helpers here. Okay, you got it on DC?
Yep.
Okay.
Just hit it. I'll read it.
Positive lead goes on 1. Negative goes on 3. What do you got there?
Nothing.
What do you got there?
Something for a little while, but then when you jump over it,
Anything there?
nothing. But we're getting 15 volts there.
No trigger while the MIG is okay. It's supposed to get 15 volts.
Right, hold it.
1, 2, 3.
Hold it on there. I bet I'll put the trigger and maybe it'll switch. Got it?
Yeah. Try that one.
Those are 15 volts. That's 15 volts right there. I just pulled the trigger.
Take it off.
Oh wait, it's probably got a timeout with post flow in there. Now it's 0.
What about there?
15 bucks.
That is 15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I think that's one of the two it could be.
Okay.
So we'll
now
say
you got-
that
now
one's
you got
good.
3 to 4.
Let's see where. Three, positively 3, and then 4 is right under it. And that would be
That one? Or is it that one? Yeah, that one. Well,
it's these two
Yeah,
where
those
there's
two.
nothing.
but there's nothing in there either. There's nothing in the picture either.
No, there's a little silver ring around it that connects to underneath this conformal layer.
We'll just try it on the edge and see if we can get it.
3 is positive. Anything?
No, it's so insulated you can't measure it.
Pull the trigger. Nothing?
I think it's so insulated you can't measure it.
Yeah. Let me write this down. I got griped at because I didn't write something down in a procedural method. No points. Okay. Now 3. Shit, while welding with a machine, I can't weld with the machine, no voltage. So that, no voltage. .66 volts DC with the motor disconnected with trigger pull.
You know what?
This is ridiculous.
Just call them up. Say, look, I don't know if output voltage, wire feed don't work. I've done your shit. Either give my money back or give me a new one. Right? Think we there.
Think we're there.
Not to
I can't do
not to
any of
mention
this because
this.
none of that works.
Not to mention this board doesn't match that board at all.
Right.
I mean, you know, you're not getting paid to troubleshoot this shit anyway. That's the way I look at it. But it's fun to look in stuff. I don't mind. I don't mind tearing stuff apart. That's always the fun part. Yeah.
I don't know whether to put this thing back together or not.
Yeah, I put it back together.
Well, you're ready to send it back right this second.
Well, that's up to you. It's your machine. You want to call them? You can call them on the phone. Say, I have it apart. I did these tests. Still can't get to work. What do you want me to do now?
I think that would be the most.
Plus, I'll send you a troubleshooting
It's
bill.
being the nice. You're going to send them a bill.
Troubleshooting
They're damn
bill.
lucky I don't sick you on them.
This is true.
Yeah, it would be.
I wouldn't even gone this far. I just immediately said, "What the hell? You want me to go in there on a brand new
I
machine?"
sent Don. They would load up every machine in the United States and send it back to China by the time you're through with them. I don't mind things that are built well.
This one's built well. It really is.
I'm not really happy with the Chinese ethics.
Well, they build all our electronics anyway.
I understand, but it's their ethics that is driving me batty.
True.
And it has affected the things that I buy, and it's affected the people that, I get at least 5 offers to
Look at stuff.
demo products for people a week. And most of them I won't do unless there's something that we could really
Yeah.
benefit from.
Yeah.
I'm not going, what's the name of that company?
Vivo.
It has-
Beaver.
Beaver, or
Bevor. Beaver.
they have so much
God,
cheap
everybody.
stuff, and
Everybody.
everybody on the internet's shilling them. I ain't gonna do it.
And they don't make anything. They just brand their name on junk and sell it.
I was interested in seeing how their mag drill stacked up against my good one.
I already saw one of those on a video.
It didn't worky?
No.
No worky, no well? Just, it did this?
Yeah, the run out's pretty bad on it.
Oh, run out. Let's put it together.
Let me put it together.
Because frankly, I don't think there's anything that I can fix in here.
If you want to send you board and stuff to swap out, but I wouldn't do that. Brand new, you just bought it. Not that you had it for a year, you know.
And it's been
warranty.
tested according to that tag by 2 people.
There you go.
I mean, I don't see any wires loose on the motor. And to me, that's where the problem would be. Oh, you gotta get the outside over. You pick it up, go back out completely. Keep going.
Pull that out.
Keep, okay, now. I'm okay over here.
No, it's jammed, it won't move. Still over it?
I'm over it.
Something's not going in this side. Something's not going in right here.
You broke it, Don.
It's underneath. It's not the door stopping it some kind of way.
The door's stopping.
Can't be. It's going in all the way on this side. It's hitting something. There you go. It's hitting something over here.
Right there. I got the holes lined up, Don. Have to help you with everything on this kind of holy stuff. I am disappointed.
Yeah, I'd be too. You're not sending that back anyway, right?
More importantly, you know the thing that bothers me?
They would ask you to do that to begin with.
The thing that kind of bugs me the most is this thing had a really good reputation from well.com, and it may deserve that really good reputation. But I got a correspondence with one of the viewers. Now, I don't know for sure that this guy's telling me the truth. He was saying that they had had a lot of troubles with these. And one of the bigger YouTube channels recommends the heck out of these.
I got one. Been having it for like 7 years. Never had a problem. Works great.
Did you ever figure out how to turn it on? No?
Come on. I brought a ton of stuff. Bunch of spools went through that machine.
Speaking of spools, before I forget it, I think I'll take my wire out.
I would think I would have shipped that back to them.
I don't have a way to ship it back to them. I got rid of the box.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to. I think I did. I usually don't, but my wife goes around here on a rampage.
What you do with the back?
It's right there on top of the heat treating of it, sir.
Oh, higher than I am. I never look
Jump.
up.
Jump, John,
look up.
jump.
Never look up.
You never look up. How do you get by life? I'll tell you.
I have to tilt this machine up.
Let me get this wire secured before it springs everywhere.
Yeah, I won't do that. You might as well throw it away and do that. Toss it. Or maybe you could just stick a little piece of wood.
I used to work with a guy. He'd make you rewind them. And I don't blame him. Hell. not careful enough to take it apart right.
Just pick this
Hold
end
on
up.
1 second. I'm going as fast as I possibly can.
Take your little crimp spool out too. Your spool that you bought separate for your flux cord. Your crimp. You don't want to get that back to me.
Oh, well, if it goes back, well.
No, you may not get the same one back. You're gonna get one with a standard one back. It's just a bolt. One bolt took it out.
You installed it. You may have put the wrong one in.
Yeah, that's the whole problem.
That's what I thought.
Nobody.
Talking to nobody again, Don. Now, I've read in the comments that this is what I get for buying cheap.
Ain't that cheap? $800. I mean,
Well, compared to what I usually buy, it is.
what, $2,500 for the same machine, basically.
Yeah.
They just tested a little better. For money.
I understood they were built in the same country.
Probably ought to
The
see.
Millers now. What do you want to do?
I just want to tuck this up there. There we go.
I mean, the inside looked good. It didn't
No,
look.
I mean it was not cheaply put together. I've seen some crappy electronic boards. Those, you know, when they don't seal anything and leave everything open, that's where all the junk gets in there.
Yeah.
And, you know, that wasn't the case on this one. Start. Yeah.
I guess what I'm most disappointed in right now, you know, stuff breaks all the time. My God, I get so angry when I get stuff from a manufacturer that I'm installing and end up having to spend 2 or 3 trips.
You ought to be used.
I'm used to that
You ought to be
stuff.
used to getting stuff that don't work.
Well, right off the bat, but once it gets going, it's great.
That's what I'm saying, though.
But you know, ship a keyboard that doesn't work right off the bat. I'm used to that, and I understand some of that. You know, I mean, they've got 2 inspection tags on here, unless they just slap them on like one company. I bought something that had an inspection. I looked at all of them. They were all the same. They were mimeographed and just.
Tell you what, let me take that. And then you turn it on the side. Down there. You got this.
But I'm kind of disappointed in that.
I'd be disappointed just because you buy something new you want to work.
Yeah.
You know, just plain and simple.
Now, I didn't even think to look at the prime welds. I've got a prime weld plasma, and prime weld would have sent me a whole new machine immediately.
I would have thought that Everlast would too. You need to talk to somebody. You email. Me,
Well,
I like to talk to a person so I can express my dissatisfaction.
They hear your name and they start shaking, Don. You have a reputation. I'm
Email
just
gives
a little old Steve.
Email gives them, you get them off the hook for having any personal contact with you in email stuff.
I can't speak Chinese, Don.
No, they don't speak Chinese. They're in California.
I don't speak Californian either, Don.
When you call them?
No, I'll call them.
Call till
I
you get a
think
hold
of
of a
the 2
person.
of us, I'm a little bit more diplomatic than you
Now,
are.
these weren't on there when they shipped it. You want to put it back on or not?
Put them back on no, just put it over here.
Right, hold on.
I'm
Let
gonna
me
have-
put the screws back where it belongs to. Let me hold these open.
That's what gets me so far. Is
You need to talk to somebody over there, not just email. Call until somebody answers. 'Cause every time I call over there, somebody answers. Call in the morning over there. Their morning, which is probably about now.
well, there's the plan. I will call them now.
You get a hold person.
I'm not going to record it because California's probably got some stupid law that you can't record unless everybody and their mother knows that you're going to do it, what day you're going to do it, how long you're going to do it for, and the exact words you're going to say. Doesn't that sound about like California law?
Sounds like it to me. Although you'd be surprised, California law is a lot more conservative than Texas.
Really?
The courts, lawsuits, yeah. Surprised me too, but it is. It really is.
You know, the thing that bugs me the most lately,
Yeah.
all the little stores aren't carrying my favorite beverage anymore.
Wayne, Wayne, Wayne. Eee.
Blame you.
Be my retirement plan. I know a lot of attorneys, but too many. You hear California is thinking about
Yeah, I saw
making
that.
their attorneys take the bar because it's too hard. Money forbid, it's too hard. They'll even put more attorneys on the
Actually,
street.
the main thing was, from what I understand, Steve Leto and Leto's Law to say, was
The minority.
minorities and disadvantaged people are underrepresented of the lawyer population, and by doing this, it would help them more.
It's lowering their standards, that's all they're doing, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Same thing they do in high schools, elementary, and everywhere else. People can't pass, oh, I guess we just need to lower standards.
When I was going to Houston Community College for paramedic school,
There you go.
you didn't pass unless you had at least an 80. And I kept thinking all the time, I don't want somebody that just made an 80 working on me. You know, that made me want to study even harder.
And that's the thing with a lawyer too. You don't know if he passed the bar the first time or it took it 6 times to pass it. Like in my cousin Vinny.
Your cousin Vinny.
You passed the bar, right? The first time? No. Second time? No. Third time? No.
Well, I think we're in agreement. It's time for a call.
I just say to send me a new machine or send me my money back. One or the other. The choice is yours. Bye guys, I gotta go back to work.
Yeah, right. Don working.
Shoot, I'm working my butt off lately. I'm done lawsuits.
All right. Thanks for watching. Well, here's an update. First off, after Don looked at the inside of the machine, he thinks it's really well built. And he says all the boards for all the different machines, Miller and everybody else, seem to be made in Asia, China. And so the quality of the board is what's important. And he said that's a really good looking setup. It's wired nice, it's sealed, he likes it. I don't like it don't work. So I called Everlast. Everlast has a phone number. I called that, called for the support, leave a message. I called for technical support, leave a message. Well, I'm to the point I'm tired of leaving messages, and I haven't done a lot with them. I'm just frustrated right now. So I hit the old sales button, got right in. Salesman listened to me and got me through to people that would help me. I explained the story of what's going on. The guy looked it up, he asked me a few questions, and he said, well, if you don't have any voltage when you're doing the stick, there's bigger issues than just the power feed. So he's getting it okayed right now to ship me a new one. And at first it was, well, you're going to ship the other one, and once we know it's in shipment, we'll send you one. Well, I got a problem in that my wife is a neat freak. She gets hives when she walks in here, but she threw my box away. So now I don't have the packing materials to send this back. So I told them that. I said, look, if you can, ship me the box or ship me the whole unit and I'll put it in and send it back to you. Now, in today's world, that's asking a lot of somebody to do, so we'll see what they do. Anyway, that's where we are now. The guy is okay to new machine. It's just how we're going to get it here, and if it works when it gets here. We'll give him another chance. Thanks for watching.